evening, everyone. Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could make it today. Today it's time for more Battlefield Waltz. Last time we avoided getting killed by Gustav on the third attempt, with everyone turning up to help us in time, and we have made it onto Pash's route. Hello Nick, hello Drag. I hope you're not too melted. I am semi-melted. It's almost 29 degrees inside! And I hate it. Right. Anyway, let's get on with the route.
おいおい、聞いたかよ。グスタフのやつ、クビだって。
I mean, I would hope he got fired. Luke 30s to 35. I don't want to be in over 30s temperature. I haven't left my house. But as I said, my house is already close to 30.
当然じゃね。やったこと考えたら死罪で普通。
You're right.
だよな。キオラ女王の優しさだな。
Queen Kiora is clearly too kind. I'm pretty sure that Gustav should have been executed. The next day, everyone was talking about Instructor Gustav. Every student glanced at me as they passed.
でも魔剣で叩きのめされたんだろ？
やっぱすげえな。俺も負け欲しい。
Since it was completely Gustav's fault, most students were sympathetic toward me. It shifted their perception of me. I hope things quiet down soon. I don't want to be the center of attention, Harlan. Unfortunately. 55, 56, 57. After my second class that day, I decided to practice my swings again since I had the afternoon off. 58, 59, 60, 61. Instructor Gustav tried to harass me here before. In the end, Instructor Gustav was banished. He manipulated my mum and Nina. He had his reasons, but I couldn't forgive him. Strange as your glow. I do think it's beneficial for everyone, but I can't rely on it too much. 62, 63.
Oh?
Oh!
何してんの？
Some practice swings? It must be the backyard's location. Not only did I encounter Instructor Gustav here, but Abel and Mephisto too.
それは見ればわかるけど、別に罰とかじゃないよな。
No, I'm just doing it for myself. My voice trailed off as I answered. It's embarrassing to say out loud.
個人的にってどうして？
It was difficult to answer. Okay. Because I want to be stronger, or I want to master the cursed sword. Quick save. I don't know. Which of these feels like the right option? want to be stronger? Yeah. After all, as long as I'm here, doesn't everyone want to get stronger?
それで素振りなんつうかすごいな。
Is it?
もしかして入学してからずっとここで一人でやってたの？
Not every day. I take a break on rainy days and when I'm busy.
でもそれ以外はやってたわけ？
What are we making these choices for? Is there a bad ending down the Pash route? Probably. Yeah.
真面目なんだな。
I'm not sure that was the right answer. Let's try that again. I want to master the cursed sword. Well, it's kind of complicated, but it's mainly because I want to master the cursed sword. Okay, yep. That was the right one.
俺でもさこの間のほらあれすごかったじゃん。パーって青い光のあれ。
Oh.
普通にすごいと思うんだけど、十分もう使いこなしてるんじゃないの？
Not actually. I'm glad I was able to be useful to everyone at the time, but I didn't know until that moment that it could do something like that.
そうなんだ。
Yeah. I looked down at the wooden sword I held. I was more surprised and happy at the time, so I didn't think about it. It's not that it won't occur again, but I feel like it'll only happen on special occasions.
ああ。
So that's why I thought I should become stronger by any means.
そうなんだ。
Pash averted his eyes slightly. I knew he wanted to say something, but I had no idea what it was.
そういう風に考えられるのはすごいよな。偉い。
Pash?
そういう性格だから、魔剣はあんたのことを選んだのかもな。
Huh? I doubt that's related at all.
そうかな。
Probably.
じゃあさ、魔剣のことは相変わらずよくわからないままなの？いきなり目覚めた理由とか、あんたとの関係とか。
No.
そうなのか。
Huh? Pash looked obviously disappointed. Although he never said it out loud, perhaps he also... Hey, Pash? Do you also want the cursed sword?
は？
Oh, sorry.
ああ、ごめん。俺の言い方悪かったな。あんたに誤解されたかも。俺は魔剣なんて全然興味ないよ。頼まれたって欲しくない。俺にはちゃんと愛用の武器があるからさ。
Right. Sorry.
俺が気になったのは、ああ、いや、その、まあ単純にさ、興味っていうか。
Oh. As I responded that way, Pash gave a wry smile as if he was hiding something. I'd been busy with Instructor Gustav's incidents, but I wondered what had happened to Pash and his issues. But I can't ask him directly about it. I mean, you could, lad. You could ask, he might not necessarily tell you.
じゃあ俺そろそろ授業だから行くよ。
Sure. I practice more swings before returning to my room.
「メフィストからの報告は読んだわ。体調には全く変化はないよね。
Yes.
では次は筋力を測定します。そこに乗って。
Yes. I was taking a physical ability exam once classes that day ended. After the incident with the Azure Light, there was a concern that a change occurred in my body, so they wanted to check.
入学時より少し増えたかしら。でもこれは魔剣の影響というより、あなたの体が鍛えられたという範囲よね。
A little bit stronger, but like a reasonable amount. I'm glad that it increased even a little.
そうね。では次は視力を。
Oh, we're getting an eye test out of this too. Instructor Mia seemed exactly the same as when I first met her. She maintained an impersonal attitude with everything.
視力も変化なし。ということは、やはり魔剣による著しい変化は見られないということね。
I imagine they probably checked everyone else, or they're going to check everyone else. Right.
精神的にはどうなの？不眠になったりとか、そういうこともないの？
Nothing in particular.
では最後に身体測定をします。下着姿になって。
Okay. Instructor Mia quickly finished measuring and grabbed the medical chart.
これで終了よ。私の方から報告書を提出しておくから、服を着て戻っていいわ。
Alright, thank you. It's finally over. I didn't do anything bad, but I got nervous since they had to check so many things. Even though I assumed I was fine, there was a chance they'd find something wrong with me. Thank goodness there was nothing wrong. I wore my camisole, then reached for my blouse.
チャース掃除当番で来ました。
Excellent timing, Pash. At least she's not completely in her underwear anymore. But still. He looks so happy. Huh? There's the blush I was expecting.
どうしてここにいるんだよバカ。ごめん、今バカとか言ってちょっとびっくりして。
Yeah, well...
ごめん。すっげ
つもりじゃなかった。ほとんど覗くとかそういうつもりじゃなかったんで。
It's fine, Pash. We understand that this was a complete mistake. An accident, even. Yeah, I could tell.
忘れるから。今見たものきれいさっぱり忘れるから大丈夫。
You didn't see a huge amount, Pash. She'd already got at least her cami on over the underwear.
本当にごめん。
Good luck erasing it. You'll probably need magic. Well, I mean, maybe Mephisto will help if he really wants. Oh, I think he ran away. Pash screamed like a typhoon, and he ran off like a storm. What do I do now? I put my blouse and my hand over my shoulders to get fully dressed. I should say I was at least glad I wasn't completely naked. Calm down. Just think of it as being seen in a summer sundress. Yeah, exactly. So I guess she was wearing her skirt as well then. A cami in a skirt, that's perfectly fine. This is the academy, and of course many boys were here too. But Yuriana was the only one there whenever I got dressed, so I never felt any sense of shame. I wonder if Pash is alright. I'd better tell him that I really don't mind. It's pretty refreshing to have the girl be like, yeah, it's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. I halted right as I got to the hallway. There were big drops of blood. There were big drops of blood on the floor. Did someone have a nosebleed on its way out? It's an entire trail. The blood drops stretched as far as I could see. None of it looked dry, so it was fresh. Ooh, you lost a lot of blood there, Pash. Is this Pash's blood? He said he came for cleaning duties, but... Oh no, did he get injured? Is he in the courtyard? I saw a few other people, but Pash wasn't among them. I lost sight of the trail of blood. I'm hoping that means that the trail of blood ran out, given that it is not safe to lose that much blood. Asaka, did you see Pash?
パシュ？はい、見ましたよ。
Asaka was cleaning near the yard. Where did you see him?
裏庭の方に走っていきました。
Thanks. Yes?
何かあったんですか？鼻血出しながら走っていったんですけど。
Yep. Dude got a nosebleed. Hey, Pash. At some point, you should probably go back and clean your own biological waste up and not leave it to other people. You know, once it's under control. You did say you were there for cleaning duties. Mop, bleach, clean your blood off the floor, please. worry. See you later. Oh. There he is. I saw Pash's sandals from behind the shrubs. I quietly approached and found him laying on the grass. Is he conscious? Pash? Oh, good. He hasn't passed out from blood loss. Oh, you can stay like that if you want.
いや、別に具合悪いとかじゃないんで。
It looked like the nosebleed had subsided. His cheeks and neck were flushed as if all his blood rushed to his head. Just for your information, I'm fine. So don't worry about it too much.
ごめん。
I said it's alright.
いや、でもさ。
I'm fine, really. I wasn't naked or...
裸って。
Just a figure of speech. He seemed terribly agitated, and it started to make me feel embarrassed. Yeah, try not to do it again. I mean, equally, Lan, changing right in front of the door was a bad move. Even if you had no way of expecting the door would open. Anyways, let's just forget about it.
そうか。うん。
Pash roughly ruffled up his hair.
ところでさ、もしかして体調とか悪かった？追いかけてこさせて悪かったんじゃ。
Huh? That was unexpected. I didn't think Pash would ever say something like that. It's nothing like that. I was taking a physical because of the cursed sword.
そっか。ならいいけど。
Okay, the others clearly haven't had a physical regarding the effects of the cursed sword then. Thank you for worrying about me. I'll be sure to knock next time. I mean, those are both pretty good. The second one definitely feels more teasing. I think thanks for worrying about me. Thanks for worrying about me. You should take care of your health too, Pash. Well, I have to go back now. I returned to the hallway and thought about what Pash said earlier. I didn't feel offended or anything. If anything, my opinion of Pash kind of got better for some reason. So much better that I no longer cared that he saw me while I was changing. Oh, right! I remembered the blood and rushed back to the infirmary. Instructor Leonidas was standing by the door, and the blood drops were gone. Ash, someone had to clean up after you. Instructor, did you see blood here earlier?
あれはお前なのか？今さっきもう掃除させたが。
No, but... I was about to mention it, but refrained. I felt that he would scoff at me no matter how I explained it. My friend got injured and...
もう手当ては済んだのか
Yes.
そうか。お前も気をつけろよ。
Yes. Thank you. What is it?
ああ、いや。グスタフの件は、お前に申し訳ないことをしたなと思ってな。一歩間違ったらお前は殺されていただろうし、同じ教官として反省している。
Yep, one wrong move and I could have been killed. Or indeed, several wrong moves. As we discovered when we tried to fix it. Instructor. Instructor Leonidas's unusual expression made me unsure of how to respond to it.
改めて思ったよ。お前の中にある魔剣という代物は本当に危険が大きいものなんだとな。今は小さな反乱の鎮圧くらいしか任務がないが、そのうち必ず大きな戦が起きる。勝つことはもちろんだが、生き抜くことを一番に考えろよ。生きてさえいればどうにでもなる。お前は運が強そうな顔してるからな。お前が諦めなければきっと大丈夫だ。
Yes.
じゃあな。
I thought I saw Instructor Leonidas smile when he said that. The rumors of Instructor Gustav faded away, and our daily lives returned. I haven't heard Wilhelm's voice since then either.
よし。では相手を変えてもう一度。
We shifted one position over. My next opponent was Pash. I was the one who said we should forget it, but I ended up recalling the incident. And I mean, based on his face, so did he. Stay cool. Don't look embarrassed. That would make it awkward for both of us. I told myself that and chose my next weapon. Today's lesson was focused on gaining proficiency with unfamiliar weapons. Which is probably actually a really good skill to have if you're expected to be out on the battlefield, right? Because you might lose your weapon and have to just pick up something from next to you. I mean, unless you're Lan, in which case you probably don't need to know this because your sword is literally attached to you.
あんたはどれにする？
I'm not sure yet. And what about you, Pash?
俺は槍にするよ。
A spear, huh? I'll try the dual swords then.
お、いいね。
I've never used them before.
そうなんだ。じゃあこれ。はい。
Pash handed me the dual swords. Thanks. I felt Pash's fingers brush mine.
お
Yeah! He pulled his hand away before I could grasp the swords, so they clattered on the ground.
識しちゃってんの。自称女嫌いが。
うっせえよ。
手が触れたくらいでなんだよ。思春期か。
驚いただけだよ。
へえ。
いいからお前はあっち行けよ。
おーい。
There was conversation with Lustin. Pash froze as he turned to me. So either I seriously don't mind, or are you still upset? I'm feeling like the first one. The second one would be amusing. What's the difference other than holding one in the other hand? It's probably... I guess the difference in how you position yourself. Holding two swords rather than one. Like with one sword, I feel you'd be slightly more side on to the enemy. Whereas if you've got two swords, that doesn't really work well in that regard. I don't know. Center of balance is probably different too. Quick saved so many times. If it's about what happened yesterday, I seriously don't mind.
だよな。俺ばっかり焦っちゃって本当にごめん。もう絶対気にしないようにするから。俺たちの本業は戦闘だもんな。こんなことで動揺してる場合じゃないからな。よし、やるぞ。
Okay, clearly not that one. Clearly, it is more fun to misconstrue what he's thinking. Are you still upset? Pash, are you still upset about yesterday?
いや、気にしてないよ、全然。
Yep, it was that one. Should have gone with my gut.
気にしてるかな。でももう考えないようにする。気にしないようにするから絶対。
Really?
もう絶対約束する。俺たちの本業は戦闘だもんな。こんなことで動揺してる場合じゃないからな。よし、やるぞ。
Welcome to the stream, Lucas. I hope you're doing well. After class, I headed into town to pick up some essentials. Speaking of which, I wonder if Mark is used to his new life yet. Maybe I'll go check on him. Ah, speak of the devil. Alright, good night to you. Mark, what a coincidence! I was just thinking about you. How are you? Have you gotten used to everything yet?
もうバッチリだよ。みんな優しいし、ご飯も毎日たくさん食べられてるよ。
That's great to hear.
本当にありがとう、お姉ちゃん。
That was a bit sudden. Did something happen?
僕がここにいられるのは、あの時にお姉ちゃんたちに助けてもらったからだもん。
No worries. Besides, I can relate to you, Mark.
どうして？
The village I grew up in is no more.
お姉ちゃんも東から逃げてきたの？
No, I'm from the west. But my village was caught up in a sudden attack.
そうなんだ。
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have mentioned it. I'm fine now, so don't worry.
なんていうか、少しほっとした。
Relieved? Why?
みんな亡くなっちゃったのは僕だけじゃないんだなって。でもお姉ちゃんは全然辛そうじゃないし、寂しそうじゃないからすごいね。
And I guess technically we didn't lose everyone.
お姉ちゃんは強いんだね。僕も早くそうなりたい。
Mark.
じゃあ僕はお使いの途中だから行かないと。
Alright, take care. I'll see you later.
またね。
I watched Mark as he ran off and chuckled to myself. You know, I'm actually not that strong. But if I was able to encourage him, that would make me happy too. I'd better work harder. I stretched a bit and started walking back to Nirvana. Yuriana had to prepare for her afternoon class, so we couldn't eat lunch together. I went to Main Street, where many food stalls lined the way and it was buzzing with people. What should I have for lunch? Maybe something I've never tried before. The one I recommend the most is, tacos. Oh! I remembered Pash's recommendation from the other day and looked for the stall. And then... I saw Pash standing next to a flashy sign.
昼飯?
Yeah, great timing. Hey, Pash, where can I get those tacos you mentioned before? I wanted to try them today.
それならこの目の前のこれがそうだよ。
Oh!
なんでもうまいよ。俺のおすすめはチョリソーとチーズと玉ねぎ。これ最強。
I'll agree with you on 2 out of 3 of those things, Pash.
Ah, でも辛いの苦手だと無理だな。
Chorizo's not horrendously spicy, right? Says the person who can't handle spice basically at all. guess there's different types of chorizo. Are the chorizos too spicy?
ここのは特に強烈だからな。無難に肉とかにしとけば。
Ah, it's a very spicy chorizo. Got it. Yeah. Oop. Accidentally whacked the wrong button and cut off the guy. Let's,
はいよー、チョリソーとチーズお待ち。
ああ、どうも。
Excuse me, can I have one with beef and cheese?
はいよー。
Pash, yours smells amazing.
ああ、そりゃもう。
Yeah, beef and cheese sounds nice. I mean, cheese is nice in general. All of the cheese. What's wrong?
いや、なんでもないよ。今日は空が青いなーって。
Yeah, it's really clear out. Yes?
あ、いや、牛肉とチーズもうまいよな。
Yeah, I've never tried tacos before, so I'm excited to see how they taste.
もうバッチリ、うまいよ。
I can't wait.
あのさ。
Yes?
出来上がったらさ。
Uh-huh.
食べるよな。
Pash, this is so awkward. I love it. Pretty sure he wants to know if she'll eat with him. Huh? Yeah, of course.
学校に戻る。それともこの辺で食べる。
Oh, I haven't decided on that yet.
あのさ、俺これから港の方にちょっと散歩に行こうかなって思ってて、海でも見ながらこれ食べようかなって思ってて。よかったら一緒に行かないか？
Horse Pash. Oh, I'd love to.
じゃあ決まりだ。
You see, I didn't even need to think about that one. No quick save needed.
牛肉とチーズお待ち。
Oh, thanks.
よし、行こう。
The breeze is nice today.
だな。
The sea breeze felt different each day. It could feel damp with a strong ocean scent, or it could be quite refreshing. The air was dry today, so the wind felt comfortable. Perfect for a walk.
あそこに座って食べるか。
Aww. Look at these two. This is delicious.
よかった。
Thanks for recommending it.
いや、お礼言われるほどのことじゃないよ。
But I probably wouldn't have tried them if you hadn't told me about it.
それはまあ。
My village was deep in the countryside, I said with a smile. I loved it there, but we didn't have many shops, so I've never had the I've never had the chance to try something like this. I remember being amazed at how different Frontier was when I first got here.
ここは特に賑やかだからな。
Really? But Daigot's capital was... Sorry.
そこで謝る意味がわかんないんだけど。
It's just... You mentioned before that you never wanted to go back to Dagrot. Sorry, Dagrot, wasn't it? Dagrot. Something like that. Pash froze, the taco wrapper in hand. After a few seconds, his gaze drifted and he sighed. He then stared down at his taco. His eyes wandered again, then...
確かに俺そんなこと言ったよな。
Yeah.
まあ、そのあんたになら少し喋ってもいいかな。俺さ、
Backstory.
親父と喧嘩してんの。 確かまだ会ったことないよな。
No.
まあ、イルダス様の弟だから、あんなのを想像してくれれば。
Are we sure we didn't meet him at that party? I guess?
まあさ、確かに俺も悪いんだけどさ。そこまで言わなくてもいいだろ、このクソ親父。的なさ。
Really?
あんたは父親と喧嘩したことない？で、ごめん。
Pash lowered his head at a blinding speed. Would I remember everyone I met at a one-time night party? Well, no. But the king's brother feels like one that you might remember. Although possibly we didn't meet him, I guess. Obviously we didn't. Don't worry about it. I'm okay now.
いや、でもさ。
It's not like I forgot about him. Define fight. It sounds more like it was an argument rather than a physical fight. Right. But I have everyone here, and my new life. No. I have everyone here, and my new life at Nirvana. I decided not to dwell on it anymore.
そうなのか?
Pash bit into his taco weakly with his head down, and I took another bite of mine.
まあ、女だから喧嘩とかしないよな。
In my case, it's thanks to my father's personality. He was strict during training, but really gentle and kind outside of that.
穏やかで優しい。いいなあ、羨ましいぜ。俺も心優しい父親の家に生まれたかったな。
I've never met your father, but I think he'd be nice given how King Ildas is.
なあ、お世辞とか無理して言わなくて平気だよ。
But I am?
おや、まさか坊やが女の子と一緒にいるところを見る日が来るなんて。
Ignis! Perfect timing. Tell me about Pash's dad.
本当だな、イグニス。
I take it back. Pash's dad. Tell me about yourself. Because this has got to be Pash's dad, right? He looks enough like Ildas. Any clues to his weapons? No.
親父まで。
Yep, Pash's dad. Ooh! Before me stood Lady Ignis and another man with a large build, laughing heartily.
なんでこんなところにいるんだよ。
仕事だよ。
どうせキオラ様の城だろう。ふらふら歩いてないでさっさと行けよ。
久しぶりだな。元気だったか、パシュ。少し背が伸びた気がするな。それから腕の筋肉もしっかりしてきたか。
人の話を聞け。とにかく消えろ。
Oh, pleased to meet you. You must be Lord Avas?
エバス様、彼女が例の魔剣の。
おお、少女と聞いていたが、こんな可愛いお嬢さんだったとは驚きだ。はじめまして。私はダグロートのエバスです。よろしく。
Pleased to meet you too.
うちのバカ息子が迷惑をかけてるでしょう。私のしつけが行き届かず、申し訳ありません。
Not at all.
親父、もう黙れ。消え去れ。
そう怒鳴らなくとも消えるから安心しろ、パシュ。だが息子の知人に挨拶するのは礼儀だぞ。そんなことも理解できないのか。
Pash, what did your dad do to get that under your skin?
女連れで海辺にいるから少しは大人になったかと思えば、全く成長してないね。
うっせえよ。
パシュ。
なんだよ。
カゴは得られたのか。
Hmm?
まだか。
What is this? What protection? Protection? The cheerful mood had vanished, replaced by a palpable tension between Pash, Lord Evas, and Lady Ignis. It reminded me of the mark I once saw on Pash's wrist. And this is something like a charm passed down in my tribe. Was that the protection?
パシュ、お前は逃げたつもりかもしれないが、ニルバーナでの成績や授業態度はこちらにも報告が届くんだぞ。
I wonder if the protection is what allows the warriors of Dagrot to wander around like that. With their entire midsection on display, with no armor. Is it some kind of magical protection that stops you from taking a spear to the gut? Is that what it is?
そうか。パシュ、分かっているとは思うが、お前がこのまま加護を得られないのなら、一族の掟にのっとり、お前からあれを剥奪しなければならない。
Emily rule? What are they talking about?
お前に残された時間はそう長くはない。気合を入れろ。
Yeah, it sounds like the mark might be the first thing. Maybe. Either that or maybe he's not allowed his signature weapons if he doesn't have it. I'm not sure. It's one of those, it feels like one of those things. Pash!
追わなくていいよ。
But...
あんたの前でこんなことを言ったのは荒領事なんだ。突然妙なこと聞かせて悪かったね。
It's alright.
あまりベラベラ喋るとまたあの坊やがすねるから、詳細は今は省くとして。
No! Details! I want details!
一つあんたに知っておいてほしい。
What is it?
あれはまだ未完成なんです。
I mean, he's a teenage boy, so... Yeah, he's still growing up to do. Incomplete?
そう。私としては、一日も早く一人前の戦士になってほしいのですが、どうなることやら。
Pash is already a great warrior. Or let's keep our fingers crossed. I mean, that second one feels rude. I mean, I know Pash isn't listening at the moment. Because he is at the other end of the street by now. The first one also kind of feels like a little bit of an exaggeration. Sorry, Pash. But yeah. Pash is already a great warrior. I raised my voice without thinking. Since he called him incomplete, I knew Lord Evers found him lacking in something, but Pash is working hard here at Nirvana. Okay, they seem reasonably happy with what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
謝らないでください、お嬢さん。
Lord Evers shook my hand firmly. His hand was big and warm. The calluses from gripping weapons reminded me of my dad.
そう言ってもらえる友人を見つけていたんですね、あいつは。
I feel like this one probably didn't have an affection point from Pash, given that he is literally not here anymore. So I think I'll stick with this one. Oh!
それだけでもニルバーナに入れた意味がありました。
No, I haven't done anything special.
ありがとうございます。 あなたのその気持ちはきっとあのバカ息子にも伝わると思います。あれには我が一族の一員として絶対に乗り越えなければならない試練があります。
Yeah, it might have affected something, yes. Some little hidden statistic. Like the choices that got me killed.
でもそれは私たちが与えるものではない。あれが自分自身でしか見つけられない、手に入れられないものなのです。
That reminded me of Queen Kiora's words. You've lost your home so tragically, so we hope you find a new one here. Perhaps it may be in Nirvana, perhaps it could be elsewhere. The choice and pursuit are yours. I thought that Pash was just like me.
あれはまだまだ世間知らずで甘ったれです。時々励ましてやってください。では私たちは用があるのでそろそろ。そのうちまたお会いしましょう。
Yes. They were intimidating even as I watched them both slowly walk away. Let's work harder, Pash. I sat down again and finished my taco. I then returned to Nirvana after a stroll around the port. Huh? After breakfast, Yuriana and I were walking down the hallway when we saw a crowd gathered by the bulletin board. Ooh, is it time for the mass battle thing again? Mock battle. There we go. A mock battle?
行こ
う。あ、おはよう、二人とも。
Good morning, Nikkei.
う。おはよ
う。どう？今回は模擬戦参加するの？
I was going to, but Nikkei's question made me rethink my decision. What do you think? Should I sit this one out?
何言ってるの？遠慮なんてすることないよ。やるべき。
と、僕も思うよ。
おはよう。あれ、今日はあんたも出るの？
The thing. I think I will.
頑張れよ。もし当たっても俺、容赦しないぜ。
Oh, of course.
よーし、じゃあみんなで名前書こう。
Yep, we're gonna all take part. Oh, Pash! At lunchtime, Pash was lined up right in front of me in the cafeteria.
Oh.
Did you sign up for the mock battle?
もちろん。今日こそ優勝目指すぜ。
I'm joining too. I'm already nervous.
おそうなのか。頑張れよ。
Thanks. I'll be rooting for you too.
え
Man, he blushes so easily.
いや、なんでもお互い優勝目指そうぜ。
Yeah. The mock battle began after lunch. The mock battles didn't follow a round-robin format, so matchups were crucial. Ah, so it's a knockout. My opponent for the first round was...
ごめん、俺で。
Ah, nuts. The second strongest person in school. I never thought I would take the win, but I hoped to rank near the top like everyone else did.
ほんとごめん。女の子には優しくが俺のモットーなんだけど、これだけは。
I know. Lustin, known to be second only to Abo, seemed unbeatable. But his confidence in victory made me somewhat envious of him.
遠慮なくかかってきていいから。負けんでもなんでも大歓迎。
I'll do my best.
二人とも構えて。
Yes.
よろしく。
両者構え。始め。
おかえり。お疲れ様。
It's like, you don't need to see how that match went. You know how that match went. Thanks.
まあ、そう気を落とさないで。始まった時から見てたけど、あのラスティン相手に2分以上やり合ったんだから、大したものだと思うよ。
More than 2 minutes. Huh. Thanks. I gave a self-deprecating smile. Although I tried my best, I was no match for Lustin. His weight, speed, technique, reflexes... I was outclassed in every aspect. But as Nikke mentioned, I was relieved it wasn't over with just one strike. Well, yeah, sounds like one strike is fairly normal. My hand was still a bit numb from matching Lustin's serious blows.
あそこ、パシュが勝ったみたい。
Ah, good job, Pash. Oh! The second round was starting in the arena. I followed Nikke's gaze and saw Pash going back.
今日は調子がいいみたいだ、パシュ。
Oh, is he?
ここ最近ちょっと負け続きだったけど、今日はもしかしたら結構上まで行くかもしれないね。
I hope so. I want him to do well for me since I lost early. Pash won the third round as well. Speaking of which... If you don't rank at least 4th in the mock battles within a month, you'll join the medics. That was what Instructor Leonidas had said. Considering his personality, I doubt it was a joke. I really hope Pash does well. If he wins next, he should at least be in 4th place. Okay, so if he wins in the 4th round, he'll be in 4th. So that means it's down to top 4 at that point. So 3rd was top 8. The 2nd round was... There were only 32 people signed up for this? Well, I guess only isn't... Aren't there like 200 students? Or did I do the calculation wrong? No, 32. The matches went on smoothly, and the third round ended quickly. Then we moved on to the fourth. Oh, it's Pash!
勝ち進めるといいね。相手は
As the opponents emerged a bit later, Nikkei and I exchanged glances. It's Abel or Lustin, right?
今日はどうしたんだ？珍しいじゃないか。
It's just Dick, he'll be fine!
これが俺の本来の実力なんだよ。
まぐれだろ。
お前な、試合終了後にそのセリフ後悔するぞ。俺は今日絶対に勝つからな。
Where's Yuriana? Yeah, if this is top 4, yeah. What's the other half of this round? Is it Abel and Lustin, or is it Yuriana in one of them?
無理だろ。今日ここまで来られたのはよほど対戦相手が弱かったんだろうな。
Speak for yourself, Dick.
そうかもな。でも運も実力のうちだろ。
まあ今度こそ負けだよ、お前の。
そろそろ黙れ、お前たち。構え。
They took stances and glared at each other.
始め。
Right as the instructor signaled the start, their weapons clashed. Pash, please win. Pash's agile dodges evaded Richard's sword strikes as he counterattacked. Granted, Richard skillfully parried every swipe from the claws. He dodged Pash's attacks, maintaining his calm expression while swinging his sword.
よし、いける。バカめ、まだ始まったばかりなのに何を言ってるんだ。
今日は絶好調なんだよ、俺。
いつもそう言って負けてるんじゃないのか。
Hey Pash, just catch his rapier in between your claws and twist. It'll either force him to let go of it or it'll break the blade. I think.
今日は特別に絶好調なんだよ。
As Pash took a big step forward, Richard's body seemed to falter. He did it! It had been an even match until then.
よーし、本気だぜ。
貴様。
Their match reaffirmed how uncertain these matches were. Strength was essential to win, but luck and mental fortitude also played critical roles. Creating a winnable situation was crucial. So was the ability to escape from the brink of defeat in unexpected situations.
ああ、なんだか今日はすごく調子いいみたいだね、パシュ。
You think so too, Nikkei? After that charge earlier, the momentum had definitely shifted to Pash's side. Richard was strong, but he was caught off guard and failed to regain his composure.
リシャール、もらったぞ。
Pash closed the distance swiftly and delivered the finishing blow. Richard hit the dirt, and the shock rendered him motionless. That strike must have been powerful.
勝者はパシュ。
やったー。
Pash won!
よかったね。
Pash raised his fist, walking off with a broad smile. Our eyes met as he approached. He punched his fist in the air before walking the rest of the way over. Congratulations, Pash!
イエーイ、勝利。
Actually, maybe I just thought maybe I did miscalculate it, because maybe he's in the top 4 now after the 4th match, in which case there was 64 people in this tournament. Ish. We'll have to see. Because that could have been top 8, I guess. The results were as expected. Pash lost to Abel, and Abel defeated Luston. There was nothing new. Yeah, okay, so that was top 8 then. Okay. Yeah, so 3 out of the top 4 is Pash, Abel, Luston, and then someone else. Maybe Yuriana. Hopefully Yuriana. Despite Pash's recent slump, he managed to secure 3rd place this time. Against who? I want to know who's 4th.
やっと調子が戻ってきたぜ。
Congratulations, I'm really happy for you.
そっちは
I was up against Luston in the first round, but I gave it my all, so no regrets.
そっか。まあでも次に勝てばいいんだよ。
Yeah, thanks.
パシュ。今日は久しぶりにいい動きだったじゃないか。いつもああだといいんだが。
調子戻ってきたから、これからはもうバッチリだよ。
そうか。なら安心だな。前に言ったこと覚えてるか？今日の勝利で首がつながったな。
おう。
次も勝てるようにしっかりやれ。じゃあな。
おう。なんだレオニダスのやつ。
I think he was worried about you?
あいつが俺のこと心配？そんなのするわけないって。
Really?
俺のこといじめられなくて今頃残念がってる。
Aw, he's acting tough. Pash said that, but deep down I was convinced that he was delighted. Instructor Leonidas was known as the strictest instructor at Nirvana. The compliments he gave Pash meant he really showed promise. I'm sure you can win next time, Pash.
いや、改まってそう言われると照れるじゃん。
Everyone has off days.
おう。そう言ってもらえるとほっとするな。
Really? But it's the truth.
どうも。
What's wrong?
あんたはさ、割と優しいよな。
Really?
うん、そう思う。
I wasn't used to compliments like that, so I was a bit confused. But seeing Pash look bashful made me feel the same way. Thanks feels right. Accept the compliment, girl. Don't fight it. Thanks.
今日さ、俺確かに調子良かったと思うんだけど、それって朝あんたに励ましてもらったのもあると思うんだ。いや、あんな風に言われたことなかったから感動したんだよ。
Starting to be worried then.
嬉しかったんだ。それだけ。変な意味じゃないから。
Really?
そう。
It was oddly embarrassing. It didn't feel bad, but just somewhat awkward. I'm glad I got to help you win. I'm usually so useless, so...
私なんかとか言うなよ。いや、ごめん。
No, I should be sorry. I shouldn't have been so down on myself. I subconsciously muttered those words, but him pointing it out made me think. When I first arrived at Nirvana, I was very insecure and always timid. It often made me act subservient. I thought I'd overcome that, but it seemed some of it still lingered. I'll be more careful of that from now on. I should head back to the dorm. See you.
またな。
After saying goodbye to Pash, I thought of Wilhelm as I walked to the girls' dorm. I wonder if he'll wake up. I glanced at my right hand. He was awake when I fought King Ildus. I checked behind me once more. Nope. I checked behind me once before calling out to Wilhelm. Wilhelm, are you awake? Say something if you are. No response. I guess things like this happen. You sure are unstable and unpredictable. I let out a sigh and started walking again.
Kyokan, 遅いな。
珍しいよな。レオニダスって絶対時間厳守なのに。
何かあったのかな？腹痛とか。
あいつが？まさか。
Our first class was on weapon theory, taught by instructor Leonidas. I hadn't been at Nirvana long, but all the teachers here were usually right on time. Yet today, he was 15 minutes late. How late does he need to be for class to basically be cancelled and us to leave?
珍しいよね。遅れるなんて。
Yeah.
どうせ悪いもんでも食って腹下したんだよ。でなきゃ二日酔いで寝てんだよ。
Wow, Pash. If you're really unlucky, the instructor will walk in on you saying that. Hangover? At that moment, I remembered him during the camping exercise.
好きらしいぜ、かなり。
Yeah, he did bring alcohol to the camping exercise. He was holding onto a strange-looking container back then.
でもあいつかなり強いよ。酒場で時々見るけど酔ってるところ一度も見たことない。戦場にもスキットル持ってってるんだぜあいつ。
Hip flask? You mean that strange-looking container he had during the camp?
そうそうあれ。
でも始まる前とか最中は一滴も飲まないんですよ。戦死者なく無事に僕たちが勝ったらお祝いにその場で飲むって決めてるみたいで。
そうなんだ。戦場でいつも飲んでるからかなり好きなのかなとは思ってたけど、あれってそういう意味だったんだ。
ま、実際負けてないしな俺たち。
Suddenly, the door swung open, and Instructor Leonidas entered.
お前たち、そのまま話を聞け。
Do we have a mission, Instructor? His single remark filled the room with a tense anticipation. I could tell from Instructor Leonidas's look that he was about to say something serious.
キルア山脈近くに新座とルアンという国があるのをお前たちは覚えているか？
Mm-hmm. Some nodded, while others looked puzzled. On the west side of the continent, the largest nations were Mulveria, Dagroth, and Azul, but there used to be more of them. It was likely that only a few students knew all the names and geographic locations. And the others need to learn more geography. I'm pretty sure that that's involved in these classes.
新座ルアン両国の軍隊は正直言ってどちらも優秀とは言い難い。理由も領地争いと放っておいてもそのうち戦力が尽きて集結するはず。だがあの2国は山脈を隔て今現在最も東のロムアに近い国だ。この戦乱に乗じてロムアが西側に侵略を仕掛けてくる可能性も否定できない。
Ah, so they're currently fighting among themselves and we're worried that Ramala is going to go, ooh, some weakened armies on the other side of the mountains?
そのため我々が向かい早期の鎮圧に努めることになった。
ロムアとやれる。
I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that. If I understand correctly.
そこ！お前たちのその頭のぬるさには愛想が尽きる。自分たちの立場が本当に理解できてるのか？
すみません。
気をつけます。
他の者もだ。ロムアが本当に出てくるのなら今までの鎮圧任務とはわけが違うぞ。生きて帰れることが当然だと思うな。
The brevity of his words left us all mute. A thick silence fell over us. Looking around, it seemed like no one could fully understand the grim burden we were about to bear. I wouldn't say my experience was more tragic than the others, but I knew there was something that only those who faced death could understand.
明朝5時に立つ。これより各自教室に戻り準備を始めろ。
5 a.m. start! Oof. When I got back to my room, Yuriana was already suiting up in her armor with ease while I just stood there. Wait, we're not leaving till the morning, right? My armor, issued alongside my uniform, had been sitting in the room untouched. I felt nervous now that I had to wear it.
どうしたの？鎧つけないの？あ、それともつけ方わからない？
Daggeret style armor, I see? Yuriana's midriff is not completely out, but yeah, I guess we've got to make sure everything fits correctly and doesn't need adjustments or fixing. Oh, no, I do, but I'm just feeling really nervous. We actually have to go.
そっか、そうだった。任務で行くのは初めてだもんね。
I nodded and grabbed the brand new gauntlet.
私が初めての時は小さい鎮圧だったから、緊張しているうちにあっという間に終わっちゃったんだけど。
We exchanged looks and shrugged.
でもきっと大丈夫だよ。可能性があるってだけでロムアが出てくるって決まったわけじゃないし、それに出てきたって絶対に負けない。
Right.
そう、そのために毎日鍛錬してきたんだし。
Thanks, Yuriana. I guess I shouldn't worry too much.
慎重なのはもちろん悪いことじゃないけどね。怖がりすぎてもダメだよ。
Yeah, you're right. After dinner, I felt restless and decided to go for a walk. Most students in the cafeteria wore full armor, and everything felt different. Just calmly go into the cafeteria in full armor. Yet the conversations I overheard were just the usual everyday chatter. Saka and Loston seemed concerned about me since this was my first mission, but they appeared unfazed themselves. Maybe I'm just scared because it's my first time. I thought to myself as I strolled along. Pash? I saw Pash sitting slumped at the base of a tree. He wasn't exactly hiding, but he had his back towards the alley. What's he doing there alone? I approached to find him holding a paintbrush. Is he drawing something? There was no canvas in sight. I peered closer. He was drawing something on his wrist. What is he doing? Oh, but maybe he's doing something personal and private? We're going to have to camp, it'll be in armor, so yeah. It could be that everyone can't get up early enough to fully get ready. I don't think you're sleeping in the armor, right? Or at least not in all of it. Well, I guess maybe. I mean, we are absolutely talking to him. I don't think there's another option here, really. In the end, I decided to speak to him. He was taking over the flower delivery job. Well, I guess Mephisto's just going to have to do it himself. Or is Mephisto coming with us? I don't know. Pash? Yep. Ab's fully out too. Pash turned around abruptly and dropped his brush. Oh, sorry.
びっくりした。あんたか。
I didn't mean to scare you. I saw you, so... So, is that... Are the armholes edged in metal? Pash, what is going on with that waistcoat, really?
いいよ、気にすんな。隠れてたわけじゃないから。それよりその鎧、かっこいいじゃん。
I want to see Lamb's armor. Really?
もうすっかり一人前の剣士って感じ。
Thanks. Your armor looks like it's easy to move around in, Pash.
え？
Huh? Pash suddenly blushed, which caused me to do the same for some reason.
いや、ごめん。褒めてくれてどうもな。
When he mussed up his hair, pretending to play it off, my eyes focused on his wrist. That...
見られちゃったな。
Oh, wait, is that thing actually the protection and he doesn't have it properly, so he just paints it on? Oh, no, was it supposed to be a secret?
違う違う。前にもあんたに聞かれた時に答えたじゃん。
Yeah, you did.
重大な秘密とかいうものじゃないよ。そこは本当だから安心して。つうか、あの鬼ババとか見せてるだろ？
I have indeed seen it on Ignis's belly. You mean Lady Ignis?
そうそう。腹のとこ。
I imagined what Lady Ignis looked like and then looked at Pash's wrist. So that's what it meant.
そうそう。イルダス様とかクソ親父にもあるよ。鎧で見えにくいけど。
I will admit I was looking for it on on Pash's dad. Really? Everyone seemed to show it off, so I wondered why Pash didn't. Was it that if you cannot gain the protection, then according to our family's decree, we must strip you of that? Considering what he said, it made sense if that was the reason.
まあでも俺はちょっとね。ああいうの旧時代的って感じでさ。恥ずかしいからさ。
I was there, so Pash knows I heard at least part of their conversation. He probably didn't want me to ask about the details.
たださ、これ入れ墨とかと違って草花の染料で描いてるからさ、結構まめに描き直さないといけないんだ、自分で。
Dyes?
面倒だよな。
So you don't actually think it's any trouble, Pash? You're just putting on a front. Despite his complaints, Pash didn't really look annoyed. He probably didn't truly hate it.
部屋でやるとさ、ラスティンが冷やかすしさ。だからここで書いてたんだよ。
I see.
そういうわけだから気にすんなよ。
Okay. Pash shrugged and offered me a smile, one that seemed to lack confidence. It was heartbreaking. Hey, Pash?
どうかしたか?
I think it's really cool. I really do. It's not girly at all.
そうかな?
Yeah, I want one on my wrist, but I know I can't because I'm not part of your clan. Not yet.
そんなにかよ。
Absolutely.
じゃあさ、あんたにもなんか書いてやろうか。
Is that really allowed, Pash? What?
これは俺専用だからさ。同じものをあんたに書いてはやれないけど。あ、そうだ。あれがいい。ちょうどいいのがあった。
Really? What is it?
絶対勝利のおまじない。今度の任務は何があっても勝てるってやつ。
So the different designs are for different things, then. Sounds wonderful. Please draw it.
よし。じゃあ手首出して。
Sure. I mean, it's not going to end up visible at all because we have gauntlets, right? Ooh, land armor. Land not very much armor. Neck armor and pauldron. Not pauldrons, wrong one. Hip armor. Hip armor is... Oh, no, I've forgotten. Tassets? No, tassets are more to the front. I don't remember. Aww. Looks like we're getting ours in blue. The cold touch of the paintbrush on my skin made me flinch.
ああ、ごめん。言いたかった。これちょっともう古いから。
If ours is blue, that means it's a completely different set of dye as well. Unless it like oxidizes to red or red on the skin or something. No, it didn't. This is a first for me, so it just took me by surprise.
そっか。ならよかった。じゃあ書いてくぞ。
Pash then began to draw swiftly like a real artist. I couldn't tell if it was a letter or a design, but it was mysterious and stunning. Pash was so focused and enjoying the process that I smiled as I watched him.
これさ、放っておけば徐々に薄くなって1週間くらいで消えるから心配しなくていいよ。
It's a shame it won't last. You put in so much effort.
いつまでも残ったら困るだろ
う。Really? Honestly, I wouldn't have minded. The design was beautiful, and I would have loved to keep something Pash made for me. Aww.
この染料もさ、自分で花とか草摘んできて作らないといけないんだぜ。面倒だよな。
So this is why you know so much about flowers. I thought of when Nikkei and I were amazed by his knowledge when we went to the forest.
そうそう、あれあれ。全部覚えないとお仕置きされるんだぜ。きついよな。
He said it was troublesome and hard. Yet his expression hinted he enjoyed it, which made me worried and sad. Even though he acted like he despised his father and nation, he must have actually loved them. It made me wonder, maybe Pash was having a hard time. It's almost done. I didn't want to accidentally delve into his troubles, so I switched to a lighter topic. Also, I want to note he is not being embarrassed at all about holding Lan's hand. He is clearly far too focused on this.
まあ、そんな時間かかるもんじゃないからな。いや、でも、これは我ながら力作。
His bright smile made the back of my neck heat up. Huh? Why am I blushing? Because you're head over heels, girl. I was fine when he was holding my wrist earlier, but now it suddenly felt embarrassing. I fought the urge to flee and admired the skillfully drawn mark.
よーし、完成。
Thanks, I love it. I lifted my wrist to let the moonlight illuminate the mark.
これでもう絶対勝てる。保証付き。
Right. I wanted to look at it forever. Pash's words and the mark swept away all my worries.
よし、そろそろ部屋に戻って仮眠するか。任務、頑張ろうな。
I still want to know why ours is blue and his is red. Maybe whatever plants he's using involve like a pH indicator? Maybe his skin is more acidic than ours. Maybe one of the flowers is oh no, I can't remember the name of it now. But those flowers that basically tell you how acidic your soil is based on what color they turn. Yeah. We got up and walked back to our dorms, firm in our belief of impending victory. Chapter 7. Vanished in Hellfire. Well! That's a happy chapter title! I'm going to take this change of scene as the opportunity to go get some more water. I will be right back. I'm back. The next morning, Yuriana and I arrived at the courtyard a bit early, finding only a few students already there.
Yeah, ohayo.
Ah, Instructor Elias. Good morning.
いよいよだね。
Yes.
緊張しすぎも良くない。だが、緊張感が抜け落ちてもダメだ。わかるね。
Yes, I understand. How is it still so bright outside at 5 a.m.? Good question. I guess it is the height of summer. Or a lot further south. Or north? North in summer? I'm not sure exactly how it works. No, actually, north is... Yeah, north probably makes more sense, doesn't it? Yes, I understand.
君の配属については正直昨夜かなり揉めたのだが、やはり大事をとって今回は特別編成の第5隊に配属しようと思う。
Actually formed 5th company. Got our own company, especially for us, have we? Specially formed?
説明は聞いていると思うが、今回は通常の鎮圧で終わらない可能性もある。そのため、通常は模擬戦の上位生徒を集めている第1隊の生徒をそれぞれ分け、2隊以降の指揮を取ってもらうことにした。
The instructor was implying the grave risk this mission had.
第2隊をラスティンに、第3隊をアサカに、第4隊をリシャールに、そして第5隊をパッシュが指揮する。
And good, he's put us with Pash. Excellent. I love how he hasn't specified who's commanding the first company because it's obvious. It's gotta be Abel.
ユリアナ、君はそのまま第1隊で。
No!
はい。
全員集まったら再度通達があると思うが、今回は指揮に関しても通常とは少し異なる。総指揮がアベルであることに変わりはないが、状況に応じてそれぞれの隊長が各自の判断で動くことを許可する。
So Abel is commanding first and also high command for the entire army then. The game doesn't want us to be with both Pash and Yuriana. Aww! No! Boo!
それだけ現場の状況が予測できないということだ。
I understand.
その上で第5隊は基本的に後方支援をする隊で比較的安全だろうと判断した。
Usually. Oh, do we have Nikkei? I guess we have Nikkei.
なるほど。
ただ、これもあくまでも現状の判断だ。状況によっては第1隊の方に上がってもらうこともあるかもしれない。戦況は予測できないものだからね。
I understand.
大丈夫です。お任せください。あ、でも。
ん？
そういえばパッシュってもしかして指揮初めてじゃないですか？大丈夫でしょうか？彼女を任せて。
Yeah, we do have the support buffs. That's true. So a quick save.
そこが迷ったところなんだが。
Instructor Elias looked around at the students. Pash was not here yet.
私たちとしてもパッシュ本人の戦闘能力を決して低く見ているわけではないんだ。ただ彼の不調は 精神的なものによるところが大きいと考えている。今回の任務で自信をつけてほしい。
Ah, they're giving him a command to help him mentally, but they're giving him a minor command. I'll be there to support him.
君ならそう言ってくれると思っていたよ。私は後から合流するダグローと正規軍と共に基地にいる。二人とも無事に戻ってきなさい。
Oh, the Dagrot army is also coming.
はい。
Yes, sir. I got on the carriage much larger than those I travelled to Azul and Dagrot in, and with that, I was off to my first battlefield. I assume that along with being larger, this carriage is also slower than the ones with the demon horses. Yuriana was seriously tuning her spear. The other students in the carriage were either tending to their weapons or sleeping. The ones that are sleeping have the best idea. They don't know when they're going to get a chance to sleep next. They're also not in armor. They've all got butt capes. Shoulder capes and butt capes. Pash had his head down by the window side. So, are we on a carriage with Pash, whose company we are going to be in, and Yuriana, who we're not? Like, why is Yuriana also in this carriage? He usually chatted with his roommate Lustin or friend Asaka. Whether in the cafeteria or the classroom, he was seldom alone. I couldn't take my eyes off him. At first, I assumed he was silent because his friends were in a different carriage. But the more I watched, the more I noticed him sighing and turning away as if trying to detach himself. Maybe he's nervous since he's commanding a company for the first time. Or could it be about the protection? Pash. I wasn't sure if I should encourage him cheerfully or pretend I didn't notice. I could only hope Pash would perform well. And then again, I'm in no position to worry about others. My first battlefield. I must do my best with this cursed sword. Ooh, I can hear distant weapon clang noises. As I stepped down from the carriage, familiar chilling sounds enveloped me. The clanging of swords and spears, cries, screams, and death rattles.
Oh, やってるやってる.
Okay, so Lustin, one fully armored arm and one wrist gauntlet. Plus a small amount just above the elbow, connected with a chain up to your shoulder. More chains, huh? Sort of neckish armor like we have and Yuriana has. And Avel, also one completely armored arm and one half armored arm. Well, I guess you need more available movement in your weapon hand, so I guess that makes sense for both of them. have to assume they're right-handed. I guess the fully armored left arm is in lieu of a shield? Although... is that like an entire shield strapped to the side of Lustin there?
Oi. ごめんごめん。
It is an entire shield! Lustin, why is your shoulder armor shield-shaped? Like, I'm not even sure if I can call that a pauldron at this point. They were used to this. By day's end, I'd also start to see these horrific sounds and sights as just normal. Throwable shield at quick notice? It kind of looks like it's quite solidly attached. So maybe what it's for is a shield bash with his shoulder? Like, just... go for them? Shoulder first?
よし、やめる。頼んだぞ。はい。
With that brief exchange, the other students caught the next order and formed up.
お前たちも説明を受けたと思うが、今回の任務は特別編成で動く。第1と第2は正面、第3は左翼、第4は右翼に回れ。第5は左右の戦況を確認しながら援護。
So we're gonna be running back and forth. Got it.
新座、ルアンとも、まだ正規軍ができて間もなく、兵力は低いと予想される。本日中の速やかな鎮圧を目標とする。行くぞ。
よし、俺たちも行くぞ。
Now we get to see Pash's armor. Sounds like the special healing group in the wrong way to use healing magic. I will take your word for that. I haven't actually watched that one. Yeah! Pash called out with the usual cheer in his voice as he dashed forward. I summoned the cursed sword and followed him, feeling a bit relieved.
本日一番もうらい。
Calling your shots, are we, Lustin? I mean, you have more range than basically anyone here, so... Got it. Got it, Drag. The soldiers from the two nations were already near before I noticed. Following Lustin's strike, other sounds of battle erupted around us. Abel's group was ahead of us, but they quickly scattered.
大丈夫か?
Of course! I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. But I was no longer alone. Everyone was with me. Cursed sword, please! Lend me your strength just like before! Ooh, it worked! And as your light exploded before me, and I sighed in relief. I knew I shouldn't rely on it too much, but the light was reassuring.
よし、これでもう最強。
どうもな、頑張るよ。
うわ、初めて見た。すっげえな。あんがとう。
AoE buff to 5th Company! Pash and the others charged ahead. The flag of Sinza was in sight. I took a deep breath, gripped the cursed sword, and followed their lead.
貴様が魔剣の小娘か。この俺が撃ってやるぞ。
Well, I guess everyone knows what the cursed sword looks like. I stood firm and deflected the man's sword.
この
I can win! After the second fight, after the second strike, I knew I would win. I kept my guard up, and handling the impacts was as easy as we were told. These foes weren't experienced in battle. We weren't suppressing external enemies, so we avoided killing as much as possible. Except apparently if you're lost it. This is it! I swung the cursed sword at his right arm. Blood. Warm blood splattered onto my shoulder. So we're disabling and not killing. Got it. The distinct sensation and the rust smell were dizzying. His sword fell as blood poured from his arm. He couldn't fight anymore. Unless he picks up his sword with his other hand. I rushed to the next opponent. Another and another. I kept fighting. Soon all fear vanished and my mind cleared. Though this was just a suppression, they would still attack me. I had to fight or I would die. I had to point my blade at them to survive. The smell of blood no longer bothered me. I simply continued to wield my sword. I wanted to survive and return safely to Nirvana with everyone. That was my only motivation now. I truly believed I would live, together with everyone. That we'd all go home without a single loss. Until the moment they arrived. Is Romoa here? Suddenly, I heard an ominous horn sound. I thought I'd imagined hearing a horn sound in the background.
なんだまだ終わりじゃないよな
Though we had the upper hand, fierce battles were still raging everywhere. It's not over, right? When the horn sounded again, most students stopped fighting. And then...
ロムアの旗だ
He wasn't close, but I could hear Abel's sharp voice clearly. So did everyone else. Magic, or is he just that good at projecting his voice? Lustin, who was ahead, stared into the forest. Abel and Lustin took combat much more seriously than we did. They were always focused, and yet they were looking at the forest in disbelief. I cautiously looked up. Oh! As twilight approached, I saw it clearly, that ominous sight. No!
あの紋章
I remembered seeing Romoa's flag in class. Back then I thought it was a distant country, with a very lavish black and silver emblem.
嘘でしょ
The cavalry, adorned with that extravagant insignia, was staring directly at us. Ooh, they've got a cavalry. That's rough. We don't have a cavalry. I don't think.
やっぱり来たかでも俺たちは絶対に負けないからな
I'm just going to apologize in advance to any horses that get injured in this, because unfortunately we're gonna have to do that. Pash's declaration snapped me back to reality. Now was not the time for fear. Instructor Leonidas had predicted that Romulo might take advantage of the chaos to strike. I tried my best to remain calm. Just as I gripped my sword to stay calm, Abel's shout stopped everyone in their tracks. A trap, huh? Did Romulo somehow convince these two countries to fight to bring us here? Is that it? I looked ahead at Abel's company and saw something shocking. Seconds ago, the Sinza and Luhan armies were clashing, and we'd been trying to suppress them. But now both armies had turned to face us. Oh, yep, it's a trap. They're on Romulo's side now, for some reason.
まさかシンザもルアンもすでにロムアの配下になっているということですか。
Yep, samurai style armor. Well, shoulders and the arms anyway. Apparently very few people do chest armor here. Yuriana is quite an exception with a breastplate. The Romulo cavalry was thundering down the hill toward us at a terrific speed.
アベル、冷静でいろよ。俺たちなら抜けられる可能性は十分ある。
Instructor Leonidas doesn't even have armor.
はい。
Abel's voice betrayed no nervousness. I was amazed at his strength, maintaining morale even in such dire circumstances.
よし、全軍で正面突破する。
Unless his normal clothes hide some armor, yeah, maybe there's armor under there.
南の街道まで出れば、こちらに向かっているはずのダグローと赤軍と合流できるはずだ。それまで全力で戦い抜け。第1隊から第5隊まで全て渋滞で突撃。絶対に隊形を崩すな。
Bell barked out orders, rallying all the scattered students. We needed to break through the enemy's line. Our mission objective was no longer suppression. It was survival, nothing else.
行くぞ。必ず全員で帰還するぞ。よし、出るか。
絶対に抜けましょう。
Everyone roared, boosting their spirits as they charged forward. Abel at the front was already taking hits from the enemy. Wilhelm, please wake up! We wanted his power now, the kind that could help others. Wilhelm! But there was no reply. The cursed sword remained unresponsive too. Then I just have to... I steeled myself and started to run forward.
俺たちは後ろから抜けるぞ。
We're doing what, Pash? Flanking? Huh?
アベルたちが正面に突っ込んでるってことは、向こうはそっちに集中するってことだ。
Abel told us all to go forward.
俺たちの隊はその隙に後ろに回り込んで逆に挟み撃ちにすればいい。
敵の裏をかくのが大事なんだよ。こういうのは。
I get that, but Abel told us to.
説明聞いたろ。今回はそれぞれの隊長の判断が許されてる。しかも状況は完全に想定外。
Who knows if we can get around the back quickly or at all.
とにかく勝つことの方が大事だって。
I'm not sure this is a good choice, Pash, but sure. I know, but
ほら、あっち見ろ。後ろガラ空きだろ。あれで俺たちが後ろから攻めれば、向こうだってそう崩れた。
I looked and saw that Pash was right. The enemy's rear did seem wide open. They've already caught us in one trap, Pash! This could also be a trap! The soldiers of Sinza, Luhan and Romeo were trying to surround us. But they were focused on Abel's company. Ambush from behind, as Pash suggested, could catch them off guard. But that was only if they didn't notice. Yeah, it was only if they didn't notice, and the sun is going down and I have a giant glowing sword!
よし、行くぞみんな。
Pash was already running toward their rear. Is this really going to work out? Following Abel or Pash's orders might not guarantee victory either way. I looked at our enemies. They hadn't noticed us yet. For better or worse, Abel and Lustin were commanding all the attention at the front. It might actually work.
ほら、来いよ。
Pash called out to me. Yeah! I gripped my sword tighter and rushed after Pash.
ちょっと君たちどこに行くんですか？
Oh! I couldn't yell back, so I gestured with my eyes towards the enemy's rear. I hoped Asaka would catch on quickly, but...
ダメですよ、そんなこと。
Asaka's sharp cry made me pause. But Pash and the others were already weaving through the enemy lines. They were doing what? We'll be fine. No, we won't. I reassured Asaka and picked up my pace. Most of the enemies hadn't noticed us yet. Those who did were too disorganized to counter and went after Abel's company. They weren't targeting me, so perhaps they didn't know my link to the cursed sword. You know, unlike that first guy that we stabbed. It'll be fine. If we sneak up behind them... It wasn't like I wanted to be a hero, but wielding the cursed sword came with its pressures to perform well. I checked on the enemies again. Their focus remained fixed on Abel. Okay, this should...
Oi!
Oh, Leonidas has spotted us! Instructor Leonidas' shout, much louder than Asaka's, made my entire body tense up. He looked at me with raging eyes. Oh... He didn't say anything, but he was clearly trying to stop me. He's telling me not to go. Then I guess I shouldn't? But everyone else is already gone. Wait, maybe I should stop them. In my panic, I tried to think clearly. I could still catch up to them and then regroup with Abel later. I'll bring them back! I shouted to the instructor and Asaka, who crossed swords with the enemy behind him. Now nearly alone, I dashed forward to catch up with Pash and the others. All I focused on was what lay ahead. That's why I didn't notice. The presence of death itself.
いたぞ。あれがおそらく魔剣の小娘だ。
Oh, it's the guy we saw in Azul. Hello, Igor. Who has noticed? The girl with the shiny blue sword in the growing darkness. Who'd have guessed? I couldn't believe my ears. Just seconds ago I had been invisible. And unfortunately, I knew who that man was. By the way, did you notice Igor of the Romuar army walking along? Did Gustav go to their side to get revenge? Maybe. I mean, probably. Oh, so you don't recognize him yet. The one who led the way was their Lieutenant Igor. Igor.
運が良かったな。まさか本当に出会えるとは。絶対に殺すな。生きたまま捕らえ、ロジオン様に捧げる。
Well, that must be the King of Roma. At least they're not going to kill me. I didn't mishear his voice. There was no mistaking it. The man on the jet black horse, staring at me coldly, was the man from Azul's capital. I have to run. I had no idea what was happening. I wasn't sure how much of this was planned. This could have been set up just to trap me. Since we can't see death itself, we never know when it's already upon us. Oh, sorry, wrong voice. Nikke. Let's do that in a more Nikke voice. Since we can't see death itself, we never know when it's already upon us. Nikke's words echoed in my mind.
おい、可能な限り傷もつけるな。
He sounded as if he spotted a rare animal. Igor's cavalry charged straight at me.
Run!
Pash! Pash noticed that Igor's cavalry was after me.
しょ、ロムアのやつ、何やってんだよ。やっぱり狙いは負けんかよ。大丈夫だ。絶対助けるからな。
Pash! Pash's company ran towards me. They initially aimed for a pincer attack, but they now veered south. What do I do? What could I have said in that moment? Don't come, it's dangerous? I might have said that if I were an ordinary girl, but I wasn't. Romulo should never possess the cursed sword. I hated the idea of being protected, but realistically I needed help now. Wilhelm, wake up! I shouted and ran. Please, Wilhelm, just for a moment, please save everyone! Silence was the only reply. I held back tears as I desperately ran. Being captured or killed was not an option. I had to run. I had to survive. Wilhelm! Wilhelm! Please wake up!
Hi.
Oh, good. I couldn't see him, but I could hear his voice inside my head. Wilhelm, you're awake! Oh, whatever, please help me!
力を貸せって。じゃあ逃げてないで戦えよ。そうしたら余裕でぶちのめしてやるよ。
That may be true, but... Wilhelm's words made me freeze.
バカ！何やってんだよ。逃げるぞ。
My body jolted when I heard Pash, who had sprinted up to me.
森を抜けて街道に出る。もうアベルたちに合流するのは無理だ。
We're heading straight for the Dagrot army, huh? What? I looked around and found that Abel's company was now far away from us. Did they do this on purpose? No, that can't be.
おい、逃がすな。
ほら、逃げるぞ。
Pash pushed my back, urging me to run.
なんだよ、やらねえのかよ。
Oh, wait, I'll do it later.
もう少し？今やれよ、今。
Pash, I'll fight with the cursed sword.
はあ？バカ言ってんなよ。不安定なんだろ？
It's fine. Wilhelm's awake right now.
あのな、いくら魔剣が強くたって騎馬隊の馬に人間が勝てるわけないだろ。
Well, I mean, if you can take the horses out. Huh?
踏み殺されたらそこで終わりだろ。ほら、走れ。
I mean, Pash is right. Most of the danger of the cavalry is getting trampled by it. Most of the Nirvana students were infantry, and the cavalry numbered under 50. Okay, we do have cavalry. The path to the forest was a sharp slope, so we managed to get away in time. But they could catch up once they passed that point. Pash was right. With that many horses after us, I'd be trampled before using the sword. Ooh. Middle of battle is not a good time to have a flashback, Lan. No, not now. Calm down. I must... Hearing that ominous bell in my head, all the fear I had forgotten came rushing back. Everyone! I knew confusion was setting in. Despite that awareness, I couldn't stop it. I knew I had to stay calm, but it felt like I was losing control. Anxiety and panic overtook me, and I started to tremble. I have to run. I have to get away. Fear struck as I doubted Wilhelm and the cursed sword. The sounds of hooves approaching terrified me. No! Before I knew it, I was crying as I ran. These woods aren't nearly as crowded as I would like to prevent the cavalry from chasing us. It should slow them down at least. Yeah! We ran through the underbrush desperately. Nobody spoke of fighting back with the cursed sword. Our only thought was to reach the Dagrot army approaching us, awaiting us ahead. Water sounds? Is that a river? The air was damp and cold, perhaps due to the night or nearby river. The chill made running even more exhausting than when we ran laps at Nirvana. How deep's the river? Is the cavalry Ooh!
Oi! Musicom!
This is definitely a river that's going to keep the cavalry off our backs. I was wondering about its depth. I didn't even consider the width. And this is the sort of bridge that there is no way the cavalry is getting across. And Leonidas is here.
よかった。間に合いましたね。
Instructor! Asaka! Once we arrived at the bridge, we heard the instructor and Asaka's voices. It also means we have the option to fall into the river. Yep! What it does mean is that if the enemy is still following us, they could get here and just decide to cut the bridge down and send anyone still on it straight into the river. Equally, if we've all got across before they get here, we could do the same to them.
Asaka! お前はこいつらを引き連れて橋を渡れ。そしてそのまま街道まで死に物狂いで走れ。飛 越えたろう。さっさと走れ。
Oh no, is Leonidas going to defend the bridge with his life?
はい。
ほらパシュ、お前もだ。ぼさっと突っ立ってるんじゃない。
分かったよ。そんなの言われなくても逃げるっつうの。
It was an old wooden bridge, narrow enough for just two to cross side by side. We crossed and waited on the other side for the instructor to come back. Well, we made it across, but I don't think Leonidas is gonna make it across. I think Leonidas is going in the river. Or cutting the bridge down with himself still on that side and getting stabbed to death. It's a 50-50. It's going to be one of those, but I don't think Instructor Leonidas is making it out of this. The sound of hooves was drawing near. Instructor Leonidas stared into the darkness, unwilling to move.
おい、早くこっち来いよ。何を突っ立ってんだよ。
そうだな。
The instructor gave a quiet smile. He pulled a hip flask from beneath his coat. He does not drink on the battlefield! Oh, he is gonna die!
教官、お酒なんて飲んでる場合じゃないですよ。何や。
Instructor? The instructor suddenly splashed the liquid across the bridge. I didn't understand why he was doing that. Oh, he's going to set fire to the bridge! That is some serious booze, then.
Oi! わけわかんねえことやってないで。早くこっちに。
Once again, something he could have done from the end of the bridge that we're all at. Igor! The man that emerged from the darkness was unmistakably Igor.
いたな、小娘。
教官、早くこっちに。
He is talking to us really easily for someone at the other end of a bridge that's this long. He's like over there, kind of a smudge in the distance, and we're like, yes, definitely him. Right?
我々の期待を裏切らずに罠にかかってくれて嬉しいぞ。
Yep, that sounded like a match.
教官。
Suddenly, blue and orange flames erupted, sparking an explosion. The flames spread rapidly and started to consume the bridge.
おい。
The flames stood between us and him. It blazed hotter, lighting up the night sky. The old wooden bridge began to burn, parts charring and breaking away.
ああ、よかった。想像以上に景気よく燃えてるな。
Once again, you could have done that from this end of the bridge, instructor. The instructor then took a swig from his hip flask. Clearly he didn't use all of that alcohol to start the fire then. Instructor Leonidas?
これで飲み納めかと思うと寂しいな。
おい。
愚かな真似を。
そうかな。これでも一応あいつらの上官なんでね。
The flames roared on. The darkness turned a fiery orange, and the crackling grew louder than the river. I guess this is the hellfire from the chapter title, huh? The bridge was weakened, its wooden frame exposed. It was unlikely to support even one person, let alone a horse.
朝香、頼んだぞ。
嫌です。嘘ですよね。まさか僕たちだけ逃がそうなんて考えてないですよね。
That is clearly his plan, Asaka.
ラン、魔剣に飲まれるなよ。
Instructor!
お前は筋は悪くない。あと1年真面目に鍛錬を続けたら朝香やラスティンくらいには追いつける。
High praise.
ああ、そうそう。ユリアナにもしっかりやれよって伝えてくれ。
No! No, Instructor!
危ない。
Ooh. Flames surged like a beast and blocked my path. The air scorched my skin and burned as I breathed, preventing me from advancing. See, the entire bridge is on fire. You literally could have done that from this end. But no, you wanted to bravely sacrifice yourself.
おい、何やってんだよ。避けたことしてないでこっち来いよ。
パシ、お前は早く吹っ切れ。
Get over what? You're giving him an additional thing to need to get over.
大丈夫だよ。お前はお前でちゃんと強いよ。
何言って。
自信を持て。お前に足らないのはそれだけだ。
Ego's being really nice letting us have this conversation.
うるせえ。つまんねえことほざいてないでいいから早く来いよ。あんた上官だろ。俺たち連れて逃げろよ。
朝香、そのバカたちを連れてけ。
おい。
教官。
嫌だ。
Pash!
いいから逃げろよ早く。
本当にうるさいガキだなお前は。
うるせえ。
俺は騒々しいやつが大嫌いなんだよ、パシュ。だからお前たちはまだまだこっちには来るなよ。
By over here, do you mean, death? Instructor!
勘違いするな。別にお前たちを助けるわけじゃない。
Well, yeah, clearly, if you were just saving us, you would have done this from the other end of the bridge. You're sacrificing yourself bravely for no apparent reason. You could have literally come to the other end of the bridge with us, let the enemy get onto the bridge, and then set fire to the bridge. It would probably have taken more out than you're going to manage.
俺の命よりもその魔剣の方が重い。ただそれだけのことだ。
Oh.
こいつらの手には渡せない。絶対にな。
Instructor, I'll fight too! Lan, you are on the opposite end of at least a 30-foot burning bridge. That's not happening.
ダメだ。魔剣の力が不安定な以上、それは許さない。
But
貴様
Huh. Those two are kind of opposites. The hair and eye colors. Sort of golden hair and sort of silvery eyes, and silvery hair and sort of golden eyes. If he did come across the bridge, wouldn't the enemy expect that, considering they set a big trap for us? Well, yeah. But...
行け！長官の命令が聞けないのか！
やだ、こんな。
いいか！これが俺の最後の命令だ！絶対に生きてニルバーナに戻れ！
ふざけんな！くそ！
了解しました。
Saka?
僕たちは必ず戻ります。教官の武運長久をお祈り。行きますよみんな。
まさかてめえ見捨てんのかよ。
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is Pash's crying sprite.
うるさい。命令が守らないといけない。
やだー。こんなの嘘だ。やだー。
Saka grabbed Pash and me by the arm. I didn't want to leave that place. The blazing flames illuminated the area, and the night resembled day. The roar of the flames drowned out all other sounds. Beyond the flickering flames, Instructor Leonidas wielded his sword happily. It's fine. We didn't see him die. We didn't see him die. He might not be dead. He's probably dead. I used to believe that we would all return to Nirvana together. No one left behind. Until that moment. My heart felt empty. Yet I detested how strikingly beautiful the morning sun was. Dawn broke, slowly repainting the sky. Which means we've been awake for 24 hours, unless we took a nap in the carriage.
ついさっき、レオニダスの遺体と思われるものを回収した。
I take it back. I take it back. There's a body.
損傷がかなりひどいが、残っている衣服の切れ端から見てほぼ間違いない。奴は死んだ。
嘘つくな。
パシュ。
あんな偉そうな奴が死ぬわけないだろう。ああいうのは絶対に命根性汚いんだ。逃げたに決まってる。死ぬなんてそんなバカなことするはずないだろう。
We ran and ran and ran with tears, and we joined with the Dagrot army. Whether they saw the army's size and retreated, or it was part of their plan, the Romuva soldiers disappeared.
あいつは俺たちのことなんて嫌いだったし、かばうとかそんなことするはずないじゃん。今頃どこかに隠れて酒飲みながら俺たちのことを笑って見て、きっと先にニルバーナに戻って
じゃあ奴と対面するかい。その目で確かめて偽物って言ってやりな。
せえ鬼ババア。
パシュ、
わけないんだ。絶対に死ぬわけ。嘘だ
ー! I used to believe that we would all return to Nirvana together. No one left behind. But that was no longer possible when I saw one of us fall.
嘘だ嘘だ嘘だ嘘だ。
When did we say that Pash could lean on us? We did say we'd support him. I'm not sure we meant that literally.
死ぬわけない。絶対死ぬわけない。くそ。俺は信じない。絶対。あんなムカつくやつがあんな俺たちのことを。
I don't think he hated us at all, Pash. Pash. I realized I was crying too. I couldn't tell if these tears were mine or Pash's. I couldn't accept that we had lost Instructor Leonidas, that we would never see him again.
何やってんだよ。俺たちのことなんて助けなくてよかったんだよ。何いい格好しようとしてんだよ。そんなのあんたに似合わない。柄にもないことすんなよ。迷惑だ。迷惑。くそ。絶対に信じないからな。こんなことで死ぬようなやつじゃないって俺は分かってるからな。くそ。酒。今すぐ戻ってこいよ。
The sunrise was irritatingly majestic. A soft haze draped over the mountains, reflecting pale purple and orange hues. It was a quietly breathtaking sky. Despite our injuries and fatigue, the sun kept rising to signal daybreak. The refreshing light made me doubt if last night's events were just a nightmare. The morning was that tranquil and stunning. All I had done was believe. I had assumed that we would all return together. I never doubted our victory. But nothing in the world was that convenient. I mean, kind of, Pash. Yep, survivor skills. Compounded by the fact that we wouldn't have been in that position if Pash hadn't tried to, pincer attack as well, which means it is gonna really hurt him. No, Pash, it's my fault. If only I could fight. Those were my honest feelings. Wilhelm was awake back then. I had the chance to fight, but it turned out this way because I ran. It's my fault. Because I couldn't fight. My eyes, cheeks, and throat burned. My legs were so heavy I couldn't move. All that remained in my heart was despair. Oof. 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 Oof.
では、君たち、最後の挨拶を。
Instructor Leonidas's funeral was held 2 days after our return. His body was cremated, and the ashes was placed into a casket sitting at the front. We each put a white lily on the stone table. Of course, no one spoke. Everyone looked somber as they placed their flower. I waited for my turn, recalling what Nikkei had said before. Did you picture us not making it? Since we can't see death itself, we never know when it's already upon us. Yeah, I couldn't see it. No one knew that we would lose Instructor Leonidas until that very last second. I'm such an idiot. I'd lost my father in the war, my village was destroyed, leaving nothing. The emotional wounds had scabbed over, the pain had lessened, and the memory had slowly faded. But now it was all brought back to me. I was reminded that the battlefield was not just a place of victory. It was also a place where we could lose someone dear. As I wrapped my head around that fact, I felt like I lost vital emotional support. I was unable to find my footing.
バカじゃねえの。何やってんだよ、おっさん。俺は感謝なんてしてないからな。
パシュ、
勝手なことすんな。迷惑だ。迷惑だ。
Pash! I tried to follow him, but realized I still held the lily in my hand. I also didn't know what to say even if I did catch up to him. I walked up to the coffin to offer the lily. Instructor, Thank you for everything. I wasn't sure if those were the right words, but the instructor had protected us, putting our lives above his own. We could all talk about ideals and wanting to act for others, but actually doing so was another story.
全員挨拶は済ませたかな？
We nodded in response to Instructor Elias.
ではこれにて解散とする。各自速やかにそれぞれの教室に移動するように。
Well, on that, flute bomber of a note, I'm gonna end the stream for today. Oof. Well, thank you very much for watching. It's been emotional. If you're new here and you've enjoyed your time, consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media, which is linked in the description box. The streaming schedule is posted both over there on social media and over here on YouTube in the posts tab of the channel. Did I do it this week? Yes. Suddenly doubting myself. The next scheduled stream is Wednesday, 7 PM for the next part of Twisted Wonderland's main story, as we get into the Savannah Claw section of Book 7. And I'm going to try and pull for Reggie and hope that he is nice to me. So I hope to see you then, or another time. Once again, thank you very much for coming. And this is Kalla signing out. See ya! Bye bye!